this moment, underdogs emerge.
A tradition started back in 1967 has now reached its diamond anniversary. And off we go in Super Bowl 60. Which team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So out come the Patriots, ready for their first possession. Leading them out, someone with a big arm and a field general's mindset, Drake May.
Well, here he is, Kate, in the role that I and so many other quarterbacks dreamed of being in during our careers, leading the AFC champions out on a Super Bowl Sunday. The journey? Well, it's only become more difficult every step along the way, from the regular season through each rung of the playoffs. And it's prepared him for the moment he's walking in right now.
Now running with Travion Henderson. He's going to be stopped right around the 37. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a New England first down.
Kind of seems to me like somebody was just kind of waiting for prime time. Brought his best out with the very first carry and got us off and running.
We've set it downs from 37. First down. He's got to get a 6 there. Tackle made by Jared Reed.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
This is Henderson on second down. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in the RPO situations. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion would.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Sticking with Henderson. He sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
That's a run that's home on the stat sheet. And if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Now the first carry of the game for Marjorie Stevenson. He's almost at the worst, but he gets it out. And Mafe bringing that play to a halt.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard. That play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. To the air on 3rd and long. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. That's a big hitter. 34 yards there, and then we set it down.
That's another Patriots first down. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, Drew, I love that. That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Staying on the ground here with Henderson. Stopped after a gain of 2. That's going to be a 3rd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Leading 4 here on 3rd down. This is going to be the 9th play of this drive. May now from the gun. Brings it in. He's in. coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
This is Andres Borregales trying to tack on the point after. Down the middle, let's go. Patriots will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Patriots 7, Seahawks nothing.
Borregales on to send it away.
To kick off for New England.
Here's DeRinkion to return this. He's back to just inside the 25. It's the Seahawks' turn to take the field for the first time. And bringing them out, one of the NFL's best stories as of late, a former third overall pick, Brock, who has revitalized his NFL career. Sam Darnold.
Kate, I can only imagine what's running through his mind right now. What an arduous fight across the entire NFC postseason to get to this moment. I think this is one of those moments that you just go back in that backyard as a kid and close your eyes and you dreamed of when you were little, and you're living in it right now.
Going on first. Here's Darnold. Has him on the pitch in. This one gets to the 33-yard line before it stops. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Play fake, Darnold. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Let's go Seahawks.
Let's see how that last incompletion affects this third down call. Gonna keep this one and go. He's going to touchdown as he gets it around to pick up the first down.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34.
Who are you going for tonight?
From the gun, Darnold. But still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Just about every play in an NFL game usually has a protagonist and antagonist. A good and a bad. The good there, the courage of that wide receiver. The bad, just could not haul it in.
Ball still on that 34-yard line, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. And he's going to get himself close to the 40 before going out.
There's no negatives ever on a great shoot for completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
6 yards to go here. It's 3rd down. Running back sent in motion left. Going is Darnold on 3rd down. And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring up 4th down.
All right, first sack on the board and the first drive.
Man face booming, medium dark skin tone.
The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Fourth down punt for the Seahawks, and that means we're going to see Michael Dixon head on to send it skyward. He's got it at the 24.
Comment where you're from.
timeouts allowed. And a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
New set of downs for them from the 31. One play action, May. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So second down now after the incompletion.
Well, I'll tell you what that deflection is all about is following the quarterback's eyes. DB knew where that throw was going. With that intuition, he was able to get a hand on it and send it right out of bounds.
After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, second and 10. Back to the air, it's May. Setting up the screen with Henderson. Decent game here, but short of the first.
Well, this is the type of game you come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. On the gun, it's May. That's a cut for the first. They get to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he set out. They get 19 on that pickup. And the Patriots will have a first down. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to reappear.
Anderson's going to take this right away. He's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
15 more yards.
Dangerous. That's this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Henderson here from the gun. Big game followed by a little loss here. Defense getting the better of him on that run. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Operating from the gun, here's May. Fires his man, it's Devontae Douglas. And they his way to the red zone now at the 15.
A gain of
15 there. And that's a New England first down.
Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. They'll give inside to Stevenson. That's outside the zone a little bit. 3 yards. That's going to bring up second down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains in next week.
Here's May to the air. And it's another first down on this drive. This time they're in the 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 8.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to run.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They go play action. Here's May. He scores. Touchdown, New England. The Patriots take a 13-0 lead. It wasn't hard to see why they botched on that play fake. Even our camera operator was fooled into thinking it was a run, but certainly made it easier to connect on that touchdown pass.
And that's all about the attention to details, Kate. Really is. The offensive line getting their pads down. The running back and quarterback at that mesh point, making it look exactly like a run. You do the details on the front end, and the play-action game rewards follow on the back end.
Corey Dallas on for the extra point.
For the extra point.
The point after splits the outright. And the Patriots try out to an early 14-0 lead.
Seahawks nothing.
Borregales on to send it away. Young on the return. He's going to get into that 32-yard line before he's taken down. The Seahawks taking the field for their second possession. And Brock, they are not in the spot they want to be, but still plenty of game left. You don't want to let the setting cause an early overreaction and panic.
Yeah, you just can't overtry. And every bit of you wants every fiber of your being in this building right now, you want to perform, but you just can't overdo it. Get back in the rhythm and play your game.
First and 10 from the 32. Donald on the play action. Goes for the rip, but it's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And it's going to be second down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Second and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. Defender gets to him on the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so that means third down coming up.
Sometimes just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Throw, third and long. Puts him there under it, deep down the left. Defensive play to Charlie Williams, incomplete.
That took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of the football when they got a first down right in their midst. That force, that contact separated man from ball.
Seahawks bring it out the punt team. He has it at the 22. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to it. The Patriots running their offense out there. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, wow, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
New England bringing the offense to the line. First and 10. Off the play action. May. He will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard
those
line.
chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Inside the
That's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. He can average that type of yards per carry. This guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's second and 6. Throwing is May. Complete to Diggs Ellis. He doesn't get the chance to add on to that play, but this still has him across the midfield stripe all the way down to the opposing 42.
First down.
And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Patriots will have a first down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No luck on first down. Here's second and 10. May looking to throw. He's not going back. Just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Trying to find Stephon Diggs. That's going to leave him with a tough third and long.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared. between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
They now on third down.
Welcome.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And special teams convert to get them a little something out of that possession.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Now Borregales on to send it away. Young on the return. He's brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Seattle offense eager to get back up the field. And it was a situation they prepared for, no doubt, Brock, but hopes that they wouldn't see. They're down early in the biggest game of the year.
Hey, listen, nobody said winning championships was easy. This is an early test of whether they've got the resiliency to win it all. And we know this. When that final second ticks off, most Super Bowl champions, they've been the most resilient players, too.
First play of the drive. Here's Walker. He's brought down as the Jackson pick on the 4-yard gain.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some depth into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground, you can throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Staying with Walker. This up at the 44-yard line as they hunt him down. Pick them with 12 on that play. That gives the Seahawks the first.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever.
Going to the ground again on foot. It's in ahead and has about 5 yards. He wins in on the tackle.
Okay, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel. It's just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now second and 5. Oh, he's with Walker again. First down run gain. Stop there, made it to 46. Third down.
Fans love the long ball in baseball.
The score Seahawks 6 Patriots 0.
Small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get wins of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
So Super Bowl 60, a quarter of the way done. We've got the Patriots in front. More from Santa Clara coming up. Enough waiting, we're back, and it's time to resume play here in Super Bowl 60 from Santa Clara. Trying to do himself. They're going to draw no contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
Kate, is there any simpler play in football that's come to life more than a QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you've got a tough QB who wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
First and 10, Donald. Fire with the grab. He works this to the 38 before going down.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there.
Why is this animated?
Available to you on second down. That playbook is wide open.
Offensive line, this is second and 4. Donald. This defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop
tricky thing, Kate. You love defenses when they're desperate.
Because this is Madden 2026.
The worst thing you could do is get desperate in a sack. Oh, it only adds further insult to injury.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. 3rd and long for him here. Defender arrives early as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender runs at the exact same time there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
It's been plays like that that have kept this game scoreless, and they can't execute. It will continue to do so.
Michael Dixon on the punt. And they could really use a good one here. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. The Patriots and Travion Henderson back out there for their next series. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Patriots lining up. It's 1st and 10. On play action. Here's May. Completed over the middle. All the way across midfield before he was brought down. That goes as a gain of 2.
D.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory. Henderson on his own wing. And he scampers
Are you okay?
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, an inside run that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. May now from the gun. Has him on the kick. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. A 10-yard gain on the play. And that's a New England 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
All set to go now from the 35. On the draw, this is Henderson. And out front, 1st down. No gain, but 1st down run.
That's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of reaction time you want when you face a draw play. They broke on it shortly after the draw started, and they contained it to a minimal gain.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. May now. Short pass Bryant. He's brought down at the 17-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Patriots will have a 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. It's Henderson on the good. And that's the beneficial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Okay, this one you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's May. Dumped off to his running back. And here's another stop. They right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
Okay, I'm going to call that, even though it looks like nothing on the stat sheet, a win-win for both sides. The defense, well, they rally. They get right to that throw in the flat for a no gain. The offense, well, they just remind that defense, you not only got to cover us vertically, but we're going to stretch you horizontally as well.
And that is a great stop to the 9 in the marker. It's going to be 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
A 25-yard attempt.
Gallis connects. And they come away with some points on that series.
Patriots 20.
One of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Gallis on to send it away.
To kick off for New England.
To return this, Rashid Shaheed. And that's going to set them up just beyond the own 20. Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score. This really is one of the benefits that comes with experience. You feel it. Look at the quarterback, never seeing the rush, never looking at the rush. Instead, eyes are downfield, and the big play follows.
5 still to go here. This is second down. From the gun, Donald. He's going to go for Bonds. Looks like a shot at 35. 6-yard gain on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Walker on first down. He is hauling down right at midfield strike. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
17 yards.
Offense there, Kate, went heavy with that 13 personnel. 1 back, 3 tight ends. And those 3 added blockers, just the element they needed to spring that run.
First down, they go right back to him. And here he's forward here for a 9-yard gain. Second down coming up.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of the defense. I think feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Last run got him 9, so now they need 1 more here on second down. Walker now from the gun. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on a big play down to the 19.
Taken down at the 19
Chunk with a nice 21 yards. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
First down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
Shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. The second down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line, but loses yards. As you say up on the scoreboard, Brock is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something. An injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of a series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
And a gun. Here's Donald. It's a complete to Kevin Walker. And they take it out of bounds, which means his offense and up for first and goal.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Breaking the huddle. Here's first and goal. From the red zone on first. And he's got it in the end zone for the Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring into a defense. Other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. Right down the middle. Let's go. And the Seahawks drop the lead back to 13.
Patriots 20, Seahawks 7. Jason Myers
now to handle the
kickoff
kickoff.
for Seattle.
Fielded by Henderson. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Patriots take over
The
first
Patriots
and 10.
offense all set to go.
Their own
And the last
23-yard
drive
line.
did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. New England bringing the offense to the line. First and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's May. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40.
13 yards
Nice gain of
on the
13
play.
yards as it brings up a
That's
first
good
down.
for a Patriots.
When become a quarterback's
first
best friend,
down.
do that. Turn a short little
First
gain,
and
a
10
short
at
little
the
pass
36
into some
line.
yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They've got first down here from the 36. They give you Adam Henderson. Daily work there. Looks like about 6. Devin Witherspoon now on the stop.
He's brought down at the 42.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of
It's
that
a pickup
length
of
at the
6.
NFL level, honestly,
Brings up
is the
second
equivalent
and
of a run
4.
of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
First down run gets him 6. So now it is second and 4. Sticking with Henderson. He slams in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Taken made by DeMarcus Lawrence.
44-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up third and 2.
Third and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. It's the exact opposite of what this offense needed. They now face 4th down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
Patriots punt team coming out with former 6th-rounder Bryce Barringer to do the honors. And something on the return, but not much as it still ends inside the 20. The Seahawks and Sam Darnold heading out for their next shot on offense.
18-yard line.
They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone, but the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Play fake, Darnold. Sniffing jig, Von Aaron grab it. And he's going to be brought down at the 28-yard line.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route at that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Only need about the length of the football, maybe a touch more on his 2nd and inches. Darnold looking to throw. Cooper Kupp makes the play. He's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Give him 8 on that one, and that gives the Seahawks the first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
All set to go now from the 35. Going on first. Here's Donald. Couldn't get the screen set up properly. Broadcast incomplete. And they're going to look for better results now on second down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far. That's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's second and 10. They give up the gut to Eckler. It's in space for midfield. He's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
18 on the play. First down, Seattle.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Here's Darnold, first and 10.
Well, that's one he chopped up to the pressure, earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
After the incomplete pass, here comes second and 10. Walker off his own read. Down by Roberts Gray. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on third down.
Third down.
Clock is ticked down. We've reached our 2-minute warning. More from Super Bowl 60 and Santa Clara. Now they're going to throw out of the gun. Oh, he's going on for it. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
It's a gain of 10. And the Seahawks first down.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
9-0 Seahawks.
This time they're into first and goal. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're first and 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Yes, sir.
Trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's first and goal. He's got it on the bootleg. This time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass release. He goes down. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're first and 3.
Second down.
They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
This game is not right.
Driven backward to the 11 as they line up for second and goal. Now Darnold. He's going to obviously have a touchdown. The Seahawks.
Gonzalez putting seatbelt on, but the Pats can't score for nothing none.
This distance, a very dangerous player on any pass play because, Brock, as he's scanning the field to throw for the end zone, he's looking for an
And if both teams don't score a TD, what to say?
Play defense in the NFL. The precision and the execution in the passing game, the efficiency has never been better. But then when you do cover it up, you got guys like this who can scramble and make you pay with their legs.
Jason Myers
Myers
for
to
the
add the
extra point.
PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Seahawks getting back to within 6.
Seahawks 14.
I went for the Hawks.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He's got a lane up past the 30. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. The Patriots back on offense late in the first half. They still have access to a pair of timeouts, a little time left as well, so points very much in play here. Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's May. And he'll be brought down a step too shy in midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Throwing is May. He's complete inside. And he's going to get stopped right around the 35-yard line. 7 yards on that pickup. It's a New England 1st down.
And the
Patriots calling their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. Here's May to the air. Hits him on the air. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
35-yard line.
So that is 2 quarters in the books here in Super Bowl 60 from Santa Clara. Now over to Scott Hansen with our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All right, Scott, thanks so much. We are back, and this one's shaping up to be an exciting one. Very close game, Brock, as we start our 3rd quarter. Enough waiting, let's crown a champion, shall we? The 2nd half of the Super Bowl is underway. Young on the return. Let's get make this to the 28 before going down. The Seahawks stop headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Third quarter's going to start with a run by Walker. Looks like they're getting back to on the opening play of this drive.
That's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffled around here in the playbook. I'm an aggressive call on second.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Now Darnold off the play action. It's caught. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week. During practice, they're both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope we have just a little space to operate. That play action works beautifully. And the tight end, the beneficiary.
To Walker from the gun. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in the only way is telling our running backs, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. Darnold now to throw. Complete over the middle. Home down just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
And the Seahawks first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
With the design keeper. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down.
Marcus Jones
They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. So managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack. Exactly what he just did.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Darnold. Just keep walking. That's when he snipped it quickly, shut down behind the line.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. This to come. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Jason Myers out there now to try and field goal for the Seahawks on 4th down. You better get over this one. It's got a ways to go. Hanging close and just find that right upright. No good. And they fail to cut the lead in half. It stays at 6.
Man, that is a sound every kicker dreads. I really thought it had a chance to sneak in, but instead, it's rejected by the upright.
The Patriot offense making their return to the field. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see a crow.
Yeah, and just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
Starting on the ground, Henderson. First down, he had no gain on that first down run.
Better luck next time for you. I feel for those running backs because that blitz was drawn up to hit him right in the mouth.
At the 47-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Way down from the gun. And they will face a 3rd down here, but not by much. Good effort to challenge for it. He reaches the 43.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
It's a gain of a yard.
That may not look like much, but that is a confidence builder for quarterback and offensive line in particular. When you know you can push the pile on 3rd down on a sneak and get a first down, you may have to come back to that in a bigger moment in this one later.
First down throw for May. Nothing on the left side as it ends up incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up second down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Back to the air. It's May. Setting up the screen with Henderson. Not available to him. It's to the 38. Tackle made by Ernest Jones.
That's a defensive goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And now on 3rd down. Coverage holds up on the defense. That's going to force 4th down.
I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
The Patriots have their punting unit out. Bryce Baringer, the one to send it away. And they were giving him no chance to return this one. It soars over the sideline deep in enemy territory. Looks like right around the 8. The Seahawks are headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. They could only set up a lengthy field goal attempt their last possession, Brock, so some room to improve in how far they can advance the football here. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. To throw, here's Darnold. Has him on the quick hitter. He's going to push this one up to the 20 before they send him out. Gain 11 on that play. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
First down, Seahawks.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
All set now. 1st and 10. Now inside field to Walker. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Taken down.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. It's Walker on the give. That is exactly why you rally to the football. Not only one tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. 3rd and long, and throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Intended for
They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock. And physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
So out now comes the punter. And he's brought down before the return gets long. The New England offense running out now. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's May. He drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. Creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Putting the tight end in motion. Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. Short pass brought in. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Patriots will have a first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
So they'll head up here, first and 10 from the 34. He's going to take it himself. And this is going to go for about an 8-yard pickup as he takes him inside the 30-yard line.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss. Quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
After that little 8-yard scooch, here comes second and 2. They give it inside to Stevenson. That'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. This one goes for 3 yards.
A gain of 3 yards.
That's a New England first down.
That's good for a
You know what I like about a second and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down. You know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run. Defense all over that throw. You can just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. Second down coming up.
Second and 10. Need something positive here. From the gun, a gift to Stevenson. They'll get about 6 on this run, and more importantly, Brock gets him into the red zone.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet. But let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Third down and 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive. Maybe. It's underneath. Stevenson. And they don't get much out of this pass. He's falling down a little shy of that first. It's 4th down now.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line. You feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Now on 4th down. Andres Borregales leading the Pats field goal team out for a try. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll make it a 2-score game.
Seahawks.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
Andy Borregales.
Now Borregales on to send it away. Shaheed now to return. Gets him down to the 26-yard line. The Seahawks stop another down, and we'll see Chris Walker. And I'm sure they're trying to bring out the punter block. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. Starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8. Second down.
The cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Staying with Walker. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Running with Walker again. There's Charles towards the line.
This is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get games like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Tackle made at the 49-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Donald. He just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, it's 4th down coming up.
There's not a quarterback in life that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. That's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Michael Dixon
They'll bring out the punter
for
here.
the Seahawks.
And this is going to be his 4th effort tonight. And this is headed to the sideline. He'll bounce out of the 7. Had a great kick.
Their own 7-yard line.
Here's New England ready once again on offense. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. Patriots lining up. It's 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's May. Outside and into the hands of Douglas. And they bring him down to the 12-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. This is Stevenson heading right. Nice defense. Bringing the hammer to Stevenson backwards through the 9. With each carry he gets, Brock, you're starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Throw here, 3rd down. He's going to try to drop it in, deep right. Oh, they have a look, Shane did shy away from it, but couldn't connect, and now they start facing 4th down.
Incomplete.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. You've got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
Punter making his way out now. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. That's taken in at the 42. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down in return. The Seahawks offense taking the field now. And they had to wave that white flag on their last drive, Brock, hoping to avoid having to call that punter this time out.
Yeah, you get several chances a game, on average, somewhere around 10 possessions, and you know not all of them are going to pan out. So you got to forget what lies behind and keep pressing on to the journey ahead.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Here's Donald. Great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Intended for A.J.
Just
Barner.
couldn't hang on through the contact. And it sets up
Brings
2nd
up
down.
2nd and 10.
Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact. You couldn't do it.
And they'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
7 yards.
There's no question, Kate, the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it's good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
And you just get the play off. And he finds his man. Here's Roots. There he goes on the final play of the quarter. Hard to believe, but just one quarter left in our season. We're through 3 in Super Bowl 60. It's Seahawks football. They need to make up this deficit quick for a chance at the title.
Real score 9 Seahawks 0 Patriots.
First and 10. Darnold. He takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks have cut it to a 3-point game here in the fourth. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Myers to add the PAT. The point after splits the upright. The Seahawks cut the lead down to just 2.
Patriots 23, Seahawks 21.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Fielded at the 7.
Face orange frowning.
Their lead cut down inside a field goal, so points imperative here to get some breathing room. New England bringing the offense to the line. First and 10.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play.
2 yards,
but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Stevenson he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. Get a first down,
at the 40-yard line.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Here's maybe the end. It's taken in by Henry. Gaining room there, gets him about 3 yards there up to the 43.
A gain of 4.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. A give up the middle to Stevenson. He's going to be bottled out just a few yards in that 2nd down run.
They'll be quite happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign we're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
3rd and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Running screen for Stevenson. Makes the tackle. Sideline past the 40. Get him down at the 37-yard line. It's 16 yards on that play. And the Patriots will have a first down.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball. Okay, hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
1st and 10. Here's Stevenson. They're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. They gain 11 on that play. That's a New England first down.
That's such a good feeling as a quarterback on an RPO, and you get to hand it, and you get to watch him take off. You know if you take advantage in the RPO game of a run like that, it only makes the pass that much better. First guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I know from
the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
From the gun, it's May. And he gets this forward to the 19.
Complete to Hunter
Sometimes
Henry.
when you're just looking to move it
That's a
forward,
gain
get
of
some
8.
small yards on the
Makes
throw,
it
quarterback's
third
best
and
friend,
3.
security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Coming to the line for their 9th play of the drive. This is 3rd and 3. May now from the gun. And complete to Diggs. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
That's
Good
another
luck defending that
Patriots
short yardage
first
slant. Just
down.
not going to happen. There's a
First and
reason
10
this is a
at the
go-to play for just
15-yard
about
line.
any quarterback in every situation.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Here's Stevenson. They pick up a little down at the 12-yard line.
Stevenson, the ball
A
carrier.
few yards on that run.
The
It's
tackle
2nd
made
and
at the
7.
12-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Putting a receiver in motion. Second down, it's Stevenson. And that's all the offense runs. They're sticking for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down.
The tackle by
I
Garrett
guess at
Cole.
some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the
2
bench on the
yards.
sidelines
It's
after this
3rd
drive,
and
QB's going to
9.
go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Now throw, 3rd and 1. This is going to be a really touchdown. Patriots push this to an 8-point game. It's a Stephon Diggs touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Point after try upcoming to make this a 2-score game here in the 4th. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Patriots push the lead to 2 scores now.
Patriots 30, Seahawks 21.
Now Bory down is on to send it away.
The kickoff for New England.
Young on the return. He's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Seahawks stop for Dallas, and we'll see Kenny Walker. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a 2-score margin now. Really makes this a must-go series late.
You can't, I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be a sky high right now.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Walker off his own lead.
It was simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on
4
schedule.
yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of gun. Here's Darnold. Outside, let's go. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43.
Gain of 11 on the
And
play.
that one goes for a gain of
First
11.
down,
And that gives the Seahawks the 1st.
The nice thing about a drag route is it works versus zone. You can find that soft spot and get a completion, but they can be very effective when you got an excellent route runner running away on that drag route from man coverage.
Rolling on 1st. Here's Darnold.
what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down.
At their 49-yard
It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Darnold looking to throw. This is running back. He's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 6.
They get 6 and a first down as well.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. He takes it down to the 33. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Seahawks.
Walker now from the gun. He gets this one down inside the 30. That's a gain of 5.
He was brought down.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, he got a nice little gain on the ground.
A gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Throwing here, Darnold. At the 7. The stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be first and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. That separation creates a big play down the field.
So much for finishing things on the ground, Tom. He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks have cut it to a 3-point game here in the 4th. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Jason
Myers to add
for
the
the extra
PAT.
point.
Extra point set right down the middle. And the Seahawks cut the lead down to just 2.
Seahawks 28.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Here's a return from the 7. Spins right by him. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
First and 10.
The Patriots offense all set to go. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Patriots lining up. It's first and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Madden. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
The goal of running that drag to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. Picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Throw completed by Madden. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
A good field play, it takes a lot of time. Proper decision-making from a calm, cool, collected offense. Oh, that one didn't have any of it.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Made a throw it. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. He goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
And the Patriots, first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
To the air yet again, May. He completes it in traffic. He's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. 20 yards on that play. And the Patriots will have a first down. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. Almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
That was the intended target. So it'll be 2nd down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10. That tackle stops him after a solid gain.
At the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
They're down at 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive. They'll throw it. They'll find Stevenson out of the backfield. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. So timeout comes in. Looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning.
Patriots, first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. This is Stevenson. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half.
2nd and 8.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. They go again with Stevenson. And he is into the end zone for the New England touchdown. The Patriots push this to an 8-point game. Ramondre Stevenson, the touchdown. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
Point after upcoming, this with a 2-score lead to potentially clinch the win. The point after splits the upright. The Patriots push the lead to 2 scores now.
Patriots 37, Seahawks 28.
Now Borregales on to send it away.
To kick off for New England.
Young on the return. Making some progress here. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. The Seahawks offense running out now. This could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's short of the first after a long game.
Number 36.
We reach the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara.
Second and 6.
Seahawks
At the
losing by
46-yard
9.
line.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Real score 12 Seahawks 0 Patriots.
From the gun, Darnold. Short pass ball. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that means a first set of downs for Seattle.
First down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st and 10, Darnold. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. And again, it's Darnold.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darryl Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives to the line downfield.
And again, about 7 on this one as he gets him down into the red zone.
I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Looking for somewhere to throw. The coverage just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
There was almost no resistance offered against the rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
7th play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3. Looking to throw it. Connection to Shaheed. He's got a hard enough for the 1st down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with the 1st and goal.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
He hits the end zone. Touchdown. Because we have still got a game. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
For the extra point.
Myers to add the PAT. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Seahawks cut the lead down to just 2.
Patriots 37. Seahawks 35.
Down inside 30 seconds
Jason
now. They're
Myers
resting
to
on
kick off
finding
for
a way to
Seattle.
get this football. And the Patriots are there to bring in the kick, and that should just about do it in this one.
Recovered by the
Hey, the numbers
Patriots.
don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
The Patriot offense making their return to the field. They're out there with a lead that's down now to just 2 points, Brock. So you got to be cautiously aggressive, right? Try to run out the clock, but take care of the football because all it takes is a field goal to beat you.
How many times do these games we call come down to just one possession? Right? It's why these teams spend so much time situationally in the red zone, end of half, end of game. You got to live for these situations.
Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on first down. He gets it on with his own keeper. And it's history for the New England Patriots as they become the first franchise in NFL history to win 7 Super Bowl championships. What a moment for all of them, Brock. The crowning achievements for the careers of all of these players. And for this new coaching staff in just their first season leading this organization.
You know, how many times have we talked about these great teams and their window open and they need just one final player to take them over the top?
Yep.
Well, sometimes it's not a player at all. The missing piece is actually a coach. Just the right leader who can bring out the best from the whole roster and get these guys to believe in their ability to take that next step and go win it all.
So for our entire crew here at EA Sports, for my partner Brock Heward and myself, that's going to do it on another fantastic NFL season. We cannot wait to catch you all again in the fall. I'm Kate Scott. Wherever and however you've been watching, please get home safe.
Too bad the game went the other way in real life. Thanks for watching. Like, comment and subscribe.